Namaskaram. Welcome to part 3 of our theory series. In the first video, we covered Angas, Jatis and Gati. And in the second video, we covered the different types of Talas and we did a couple of exercises to understand how Jati and Gati will form variations of the Talas. If you haven't watched these two videos, I will leave the link in the description below. Please go watch those two videos and just brush those concepts up before watching this video, as then this would make more sense. If you have already watched those two videos, welcome to part 3. In the previous video, when we were learning the different types of talas, I was breaking down the different components of the talam in a way that each component, the number of actions, I was counting from 1, remember? And at that time I said we'll get back to this in the next video. So this video is going to be about kriya, aksharas and matras. Now what is kriya? Kriya literally translates to actions. So we are using the actions here. This is a slightly abstract concept, so be with me. We are using different kinds of actions to block time units. And these different actions are giving us a standardized approach to measure this time. So these actions that are dividing the time for us using the talam are the aksharas. So what is akshara? Aksharas are nothing but the basic pulse counts. The number of actions in a talam put together is our total aksharas of the talam. So, going back to what we did in the last video, let's take Triputa Talam. Triputa Talam, as we discussed, is a lagu followed by 2 dritams. So, what we did in the previous video was, I'm taking Chaturashra Jati here, basic Adi Talam as an example. So, what we did in the previous video was lagu as 1, 2, 3, 4 as one component, the dhritam as 1, 2 and the next dhritam as 1, 2, right? So we divided the talam as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 1, 2. Now aksharas are the total number of actions in the talam. So the total number of aksharas in this Adi talam is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are counting all the actions together. Another example, just to understand, we are going to take Rupaka Talam, which is dhritam followed by a lagu. So again we are taking Chaturashra Jati. I hope you understand now when I say just Chaturashra Jati and I am continuing with 4. I hope you get it. If you still have problem in understanding what is Chaturashra Jati and what is Gati, etc., please revise with the older videos. Now we are going to see Rupaka Talam, right? So 1 dhritam followed by a lagu of Chaturashra Jati. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 is what we did in the last video, because we wanted to identify and distinguish the 2 different components, which is dhritam and lagu, which is forming the Rupaka Talam. But in today's video, we are going to total the number of aksharas. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the number of aksharas in a Chaturashra Jati Rupaka Talam is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of aksharas in a Tishra Jati Triputa Talam is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is how we understand the aksharas. So now we did Tishra Jati Triputa Talam, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we did Chaturashra Jati Rupaka Talam, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, can we say that the number of aksharas in a talam is determined by the jati of the talam? Of course we can. Why? Because when a jati is going to indicate how many fingers we are going to count in our lagu, which in turn indicates the total number of aksharas in the talam, right? Because if the jati changes, then the number of finger counts in the lagu changes. If the number of finger counts in the lagu change, the number of aksharas will also change. So it is safe to assume that the jati of the talam determines the total aksharas of the talam. Now, each akshara of the talam, right, can be divided into subunits. If the aksharas are the main units that divide time in a talam, then matras are the subunits within each akshara. Okay, with me so far? So we know what an akshara means and somewhat what a matra means, right? So we are going to do a small exercise to understand the matra concept slightly better. We all know first speed, second speed, third speed, which we usually practice our adavas in, right? Now, first speed is nothing but one akshara equal to one matra. The matra extends until that one akshara gets over. Okay? Similarly, the second speed, what happens is the matra becomes double. So for the same akshara, we are bringing in two matras, double of one. And third speed, what happens is this again doubles. So in the same one akshara, instead of two matras, we do four matras. So that is how the first speed, second speed and third speed come into place. Now, what determines the matras in the talam? The number of subunits or matras is determined by the gati of the talam. How? What are matras? Matras are the subunits of an akshara, right? Now, what is the time interval between one akshara and the other akshara? That's nothing but our gati or nadai, correct? So, if the talam is a tishra gati talam, which goes in takkit, 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 with interval of 3 between each action, then the matras will be in multiples of 3. So a first speed of a tishra gati talam, I'm just going to tap because the type of talam is not important here. Rather, we're talking about the matras and aksharas. So I'm just tapping. So imagine a tishra gati. So the first speed will be takkit, 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 So in the first speed, each akshara had 3 matras. Takkit, takkit. In the second speed, each akshara will have 6 matras. Takkit, 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 6. In the third speed, it will double. So each akshara will have 12 matras. Takkita, 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 takkita. Takkita, 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 takkita. Takkita, 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 takkita. Takkita, 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 takkita. Takkita, takkita. So we'll take one talam, discuss the Angas of that talam, assign a Jati and Gati for that talam, so then we can count the total number of aksharas of that talam, and discuss the matras by dividing the subunits of the akshara and discuss that in different speeds. Okay? So let's take Matya talam. First we're going to do the Angas. What are the Angas of the Matya talam? Laghu, Dhritam, Laghu. Clear. Now, we are assigning Jati and Gati, right? Let's keep Tishra Jati and let's keep Chaturashra Gati. Okay? So, counting of fingers 3, interval is 4, right? Takkadimi, 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 takkadimi. That's the talam. I'm repeating once again. Takkadimi, 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 takkadimi. So we are clear with the Angas, we are clear with Jati and Gati. Now, what are the total number of aksharas for this talam? For a Tishra Jati Matya talam, the number of aksharas are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Total number of aksharas of a Tishra Jati Matya Talam is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we are doing Chaturashra Gati, correct? So, Matya Talam in Tishra Jati Chaturashra Gati, we are going to see the number of matras. First speed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In second speed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Double. Because each action 2 matras. In third speed, each action 4 matras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we know this talam has 8 aksharas. 8 aksharas. In first speed, 8 matras. In second speed, into 2, 16 matras. In third speed, into 2, 32 matras. Okay, understood the concept? In the next video, we will be notating Tishra Allaripu. Tishra Allaripu is in Tishra Eka Talam in Chaturashra Gati. So Talam will be Takkadimi, 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 and so on. So there are 3 actions, right? The total number of aksharas of a Tishra Eka Talam is 3. So we'll divide the page. So next time when you come to the next video, just Tishra Allaripu notation video, please come with your notebook and pencil. Pencil is better so that we can erase and it's easier than a pen. We are going to be dividing the page into 3 columns. Why 3 columns? 3 aksharas. So divided in 3, each column will have 4 slots to fill. Why 4? Because it is Chaturashra Gati. Right? So 3 columns because 3 aksharas for each time the talam comes, and each action will have 4 slots to fill because it is Chaturashra Gati. Why we are taking 4 and not 1? Because first speed will have 1. But when we get to ta hata jump tari chakatari tai, when we get to that third speed portion, we need to fill all the 4 slots, right? Because that time 1 akshara becomes 4 matras. Not 1 akshara equal to 1 matra is only first speed. 1 akshara becomes 4 matras when it comes to third speed, correct? So we'll start with that. So for the next video, come with the notebook with 3 columns and the rows will go on until the Allaripu finishes. So I'll meet you all in the next video. Namaste.